So what we have here are two very special Gruyeres. They are almost the same age. They are Gruyere Swiss, made in the same way. They're both the official. You can see the imprinting on both of them, where they come from Gruyere. But we are doing a really special tasting box where we look at how Gruyere has changed, really. You know, when I started in the cheese industry, if you bought an aged Gruyere, something over 20 months, it would have looked like this. But as times have advanced, we've got better humidity controls, we've got better technology, and we've got robots that help us with our turning and our maturation. We're expecting from Gruyere these perfectly clean, pristine rinds. So this is kind of the modern direction of an aged Gruyere, absolutely fabulous. And this is from Fort de la Tine. This is still matured underground. It's not cared for quite as much. And you can see that on the rind, it's kind of in quite intense, gnarly, kind of pot-marked rind. But the flavours and the tastes are different as a result. And it's not actually about which is best, really, for me. It's about, this is an exciting opportunity to kind of look at the differences of Gruyere from the modern way, the direction it's going, to kind of how it would have been done right in the centre of the mountainside. There you go, clean, perfect placed, tight knit. It smells really fruity, really aromatic, and crystalline nature to it. This is what Gruyere is going for, so something that's easy to wrap, easy to cut, looks perfect, looks pristine, and still tastes amazing. One. So this is from Fort de la Tine, and you can see this is matured in the ancient forts, still that perfect paste, but it's a lot more humid and moist. They have no airflow in there. It's really close. It's in the centre of the kind of hillside itself. There's some amazing pictures we'll share on our website, and it kind of is an expression of, you know, the soft, buttery, it's a French word like doux, fondant paste you'd expect of an old-fashioned, ammoniated, close environment, which doesn't have the modern-day controls which give these pristine rinds. As a result, it's much harder to mature them. And the cheeses that will make the grade to go this far are incredibly rare. So this is the way that the Swiss have pushed for this direction, actually. Because it is pristine, it is easy to care for, it is easier to look after. Once it makes it kind of for pre-pack, for supermarkets, for wrapping. The direction, the cheese is still amazing depth of flavour, but it is a lot cleaner finish, you know. Whereas this is an absolute nightmare. You can see where I've cut it, you know, absolute nightmare to handle. The rind's not as capable as lasting as well. It's a lot harder to manage. It doesn't cope well with being wrapped and packed. And that's why the Swiss kind of are really starting to push their cheesemakers more towards these kind of perfect Gruyeres rather than these old-fashioned ones. These are just a nightmare from start to finish. But, you know, I think they've got a special place in kind of depth of flavour. They do give a slightly different characteristic to the product.